Hi, everybody. Welcome to Friday Night Fashion with me, Jo Elvin.
And me, Amanda Wakeley.
Oh, it's a very special edition. We're having a whistle-stop tour through some very different London fashion events this week. We're going to look at the Gucci Cruise Show and the TV Bafta Awards from Sunday night. So we'll start with Gucci.
Let's go for it.
The big event. Really exciting to see a major fashion label showing in London, because not many of the major British ones do anymore. So we're very happy for Gucci. I think a lot of my friends say to me, "What is cruise?" And I think is the idea not rooted in? It's not your autumn clothes. It's not your spring summer clothes. It's what you might wear for the holiday season if you were
going
a lady of a rich persuasion
on said cruise or said.
Oh, so it's literally about cruising.
Well, that was the genesis of it. It was, what are you going to wear for winter sunshine? And then what it became sort of almost pre-spring. I mean, the fashion seasons, let's face it, have become ridiculous.
Well, there's no seasons anymore, are
there? There are no
really?
seasons. And why are we on sale, right? I mean, I love it. Thank you very much. But why are we on sale for summer clothes in May? Everything's discounted. I mean, the fashion calendar has got really messed up. But anyhow, we are here to celebrate this beautiful new cruise collection of Gucci.
It's really exciting, isn't it? It's not very often that these big brands, although in fairness, Chanel did a show in Manchester last year, didn't they?
They did.
It's like when you think about, there are so many big British brands that don't show at London Fashion Week.
Yep.
It's actually quite nice that Gucci's kind of like propping up the side a little bit, and they've invested in you. They flew all these celebrities in. They took over the Tate. It's a big shot in the arm for the economy as much as anything else.
I think so. And Sabato, the designer, was said to be very inspired by 60s London and also loves London, embracing him as a designer. And so the inspiration was very much Jane Birkin, which comes through really loud and clear. And he's stepping in some very, very big shoes left by Alessandro Michele.
I'm one of these people who I think they get really annoyed now, because I was such an Alessandro fan. And I think even what I'm wearing today,
I was going to say,
it's not Gucci, but this shirt would not have been made prior to Alessandro.
Yeah.
His magpie maximalist aesthetic still looms large over the high street.
Absolutely.
So it's such a volte face, if that's the right way to say it, for Gucci to take on somebody like Sabato, who's much more minimal luxe.
Yeah. And yes, you've got more of that sort of cleaner aesthetic, which is definitely coming through in fashion. And what was your general view of the show?
My general view is I'm warming to it. Because I'm one of those people who my eyes were out on stalks with the love heart emojis with every Alessandro show.
Yeah.
This is a real recalibration for me. But the more I look at it after like 48 hours now, when we're recording this, I like the more quiet luxury. I like the real investment pieces. There are points where I do find it a bit meh, but I still found lots in there that I liked.
Yes, I agree. That makes a change, doesn't it? We agree.
Yeah, and I'm just not, I mean, have we not seen, does the ballet flat need another reinvention, is my question for you.
Well, yes, but I think this one does. If you look at the detail shots of them, I found them a little bit distracting on the runway, well, sort of on the floor of the Tate Modern, because like a proper ballet shoe, they've almost got like the padding in the front of the shoe, so they were clanking down a bit. It's an extended shoe silhouette. And actually looking at some of the crafting on Instagram of those shoes, it's really, really beautiful. And I think that's what this collection does shout about in a very quiet way, is the beautiful crafting of Italian workmanship. And, from the shoes to on this look one, and if you look closely at that suede jacket, it's got the Gucci logo sort of embossed into it, but in a very, very subtle way. It's quite textural, and I love that, because I think we've come through a time.
You need those glasses, Amanda Wakeley, from Look One. You'd look great in those.
You don't like my Saint-Tropez market
I
ones?
do love them, but they remind me of you. Yeah.
Okay. Happy Christmas.
Get those. Yeah.
But coming back to the crafting, I think it's just the very, very subtle layers of luxury that I think are really, really beautiful here. Every little detail, even the jeans, they have a layer of craftsmanship, and it's thought through, and the devil is in the detail.
Cute paneling.
Yeah. Now, I loved these chiffon blouses with these
they're beautiful.
Really long.
That's actually my least favourite one. I like the block colours better.
I love the lime green in look 6.
He's obsessed with lime green. I think he needs to get over it slightly. But yeah, it's nice. It's nice with the tan.
I love it with the tan. Would you not wear a lime green?
Oh, I'd look really ill in a lime green. I really would. But that sage green, that more pistachio, absolutely. Yeah.
I also loved his use of these really sort of what I'd call a very solid, dense suede. So you've got these, like in look 4, you've got this little cherry red suede tunic dress.
Very sexy.
It's quite sort of Audrey Hepburn chic.
Yeah, yeah. And really, especially with those little shoes, which I've slagged off 5 minutes ago, but I still like them.
Well, they've got an element of Mary Jane about them, Jo.
I thought, well, then why do you like them then?
You're right at home, aren't you?
Why do you like them
I
then?
love the toes on them, but I'd chop the straps off.
Nothing sexier than toes.
Talking inspiration of Jane Birkin, I mean, look 9, just literally could slide straight out of her wardrobe and onto the catwalk.
Loving that huge bag.
Loving these oversized bags. And again, you've got this embossed suede, and then the Gucci horse bits. I just think super, super chic, and the most beautiful silhouette. You know, the sleeve is perfect, the shoulder is perfect. You know, bravo. And then some lime green shoes,
and it's got a strap on it, Amanda.
I know, but it's got the Gucci. It's got the Gucci
yeah, that's
bit.
Cute. Yeah,
but the strap needs to go.
They look a little bit like the ones that Miu Miu did a few years ago. Sorry.
Going on to some of the embellishment, I thought this look 17, this embellishment is absolutely exquisite.
Beautiful colour.
Absolutely. I mean, and also just layers of fringing. Can you imagine? I can hear that.
I was going to say, do you think they're quite heavy and make almost like a chainmail sort of feel?
I would think so.
I don't like it with those loafers. No.
I think it makes it quite cool. Otherwise, it could get a little lady.
I just think it looks a bit bag lady-ish, actually. But I do like it, but just not with those shoes. Yeah.
And look 18, I thought the way he ombre'd from the blush pink all the way through to this pistachio green was really, really exquisite.
I like that. She's the one who can wear that, though. That model.
You and I'm not wearing that.
No, I'm not wearing that, no.
What are we wearing?
I definitely, in my fantasy lottery winning ladies who lunch wardrobe, am buying any one of these really buttery, oversized leather jackets. Particularly, there was I think there's a lemony coloured one. Let's have a scroll through. Yeah, lemon.
You're back.
There she is. Yes. Oh my goodness, what a great car coat. Look 48.
Yeah.
Yeah, all the, you know me in lavender.
You'll be in look 47. I will be in look 46 in my dreams.
And we would just look so chic.
Yeah, they are. My only slight reservation about them, and I haven't seen them in person, but on film, they've got this sort of almost, you know what I mean by an old vinyl flight bag. Yeah.
Sure, Sabato would be delighted to hear that.
I know.
I wonder if that's just the lighting in the place, because
I'm sure they spent
obviously it's going to be fantastic
on the lighting.
Yeah.
But just on these images, it does slightly worry me. But I'm sure it's gorgeous in the flesh.
Yeah.
How can it not be? We were both loving. We agreed on one thing. It's a first.
It's hell frozen over.
Looks 29 and 30.
Yes. Now, are you a black or a white one, Amanda?
I'm probably wearing this much colour. I am probably the black.
Okay, then I'll have the white.
Okay.
Settled.
Aren't
Aren't they beautiful?
There's no competitive shopping here.
No.
Yeah. So we've got that beautiful, asymmetric, very clean, just the chicest of the chic.
And I love those ankle tie shoes with it.
Yeah, I mean, that's proper ballet accessory.
Can I say something controversial though? I just think
You generally do.
The more I look at it, the more it's great. It's giving me the same vibe of Nicolas Guesquier's Vuitton, which has kind of been done a lot. It's got that same quiet luxury, forever wear. A lot of this reminds me of his Vuitton.
Yeah, I am sort of with you. When I saw this, I thought very chic, but is there anything that new? Maybe not. But it's, as I said in the beginning, these are huge shoes to fill.
Yeah, but he was brought in to be something very different, and he definitely is. But I just, how long has he been there now? About 12 months, 18 months, maybe.
Yeah.
Even as a magazine editor, sometimes you could be allowed sort of like 3 years to really hit your stride in that creative zone. What we were saying earlier with the turnaround between spring, summer, autumn, winter, cruise. They don't do couture, do they? But there's all these sort of like other things in between. I don't know how any of them get the headspace to just create.
It is relentless. Yeah. I mean, I can say that personally. You'd literally get one collection down the runway and then you would be next morning into the next collection. In fact, there was an overlap, so you would be back onto the next collection, even worse.
See, this is what these fringe jeans with sort of like look 26, I love them, but to me they're at odds with what is his sort of like taste. Do you know what I mean? Like it feels like it almost feels like I better chuck some sparkle in for the old Gucci lot.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I feel there's quite a few different stories here. Yeah. I think that was my confusion with the show. It didn't feel super cohesive, but that's,
and there's a lot of it,
there's a lot of it.
Yeah.
I feel like I could almost have lost a story.
I know, but if you've flown in, I mean, they flew in so many people from around the world.
Yeah.
You don't want that to be 5 minutes, do you?
No.
So we have to make it a show. Yeah.
Yeah. Now, you were loving look 36.
I do love that. I like a bit of a sort of like a butcher's apron, pinafore kind of a deal.
Lacy bra showing.
Yeah. I wouldn't wear it like that, but no. I don't think, and the world is happier for it that I would not wear it like that. I would wear a little tank top under it.
Yeah.
But I like that a lot. Again, not with those shoes though.
Sorry. Are you not loving the loafers?
I generally do love a Gucci loafer, but I don't like the way they've been styled in the show at all.
What, with the ankle socks?
Yeah.
This whole section of the show, the sort of middle section of the show, I'm a little bit about.
I don't like it. This whole let's tell everyone from sort of like look 40 through to look 45. To me, that's Tory Burch. And which is very fine on a Tory Burch runway, but not on a Gucci runway.
It's not sexy. I mean, I don't see Jane Birkin wearing that. And I think if you've said that someone is your muse for a show, then it should be whatever that woman would genuinely wear the whole way through. That's the way I would approach it. And
yeah,
I'm not convinced that she wouldn't be in those looks.
She never did really do a floral, did she?
No.
But would she do look 51?
If she was, I'm not convinced either.
I think maybe the cut and the style, but not that colour or the sort of with the big pants underneath.
Yeah, and I have to say I do love these big leather blousons.
I think they were my favourite, 49 and 50, particularly that sage green of the 50. Yeah. Or is it a mint green? And you tell me, fashion designer.
I would call that mint, but yeah. But I always love the contrast of something sort of oversized and sporty with the fluidity of these plissé silk gowns. I think they're really rather gorgeous, and just the way the sad thing is we're not seeing this on the catwalk. We're not seeing it live and flowing. But
did your
looking at the
invitation get
footage-
lost in the post as well?
Oh, still waiting.
My daughter is working there at the moment, and I still couldn't get carded. Isn't that sad?
That is sad.
She was there.
And got home at what time?
2:30 in the morning after the party.
Oh, well, after the party.
Yeah,
Good party.
She earned it. She earned it. She worked hard. Yeah.
Just coming on to finale looks, sort of 52, 53, 54. I have to say, I thought 54 was just beautiful. And it literally flowed around the model's body.
Yeah.
Just exquisite.
Yeah, I mean, that needs a red carpet moment, doesn't it?
And I'm sure it will get it.
Yeah.
And I think very inspiring for those goddess girls with the most heavenly bodies and just...
Like me.
Oh,
thank you.
Like Joe.
Yeah.
Like Joe. Exactly. And just one other mention. I loved the set. The whole sweeping spiral staircase of the Tate Modern. I've done a shoot there before for a lookbook, and it's the most amazing place to be. And I think
so fancy.
This garden set is just...
It's beautiful. I wonder what happens to it all afterwards.
Yes.
I always used to think that at the Chanel show, when there was like, one year there was a rocket ship, next year there was a big planet, next year there was an actual lake in the middle of the Grand Palais.
I have
where does
to
it
say,
all go?
Yeah, it started to really disturb me when we were showing sort of at London Fashion Week in the venue, and we would, the catwalk would be recovered for every show, and the waste, when I think back to it, is just...
And it's also, I think what surprises a lot of people about fashion shows is there's all of that work, all of those months of design, all of that planning. Usually they're over in about 8 minutes. And it's like the ultimate spending all day cooking a roast that's eaten in 2 minutes. It's the same principle.
There you have it. That's fashion in a nutshell.
Fashion broken down for you, demystified.
Demystify is what we're planning to do.
Yeah.
So this week, we weren't planning to do the TV BAFTAs because honestly, the red carpet is not usually this exciting or this good.
And we didn't want to be mean. We don't like being mean for the sake of it, do we? So we thought, if you can't say anything nice,
don't say anything.
But then
you surprised us, and my God, you really surprised us. Claudia Winkleman, yes.
Winkleman, you won it, hands down.
In this white Couples tuxedo, she stayed true to herself, which I love. She didn't become someone else just for the red carpet. White tuxedo, black hair, solid fringe. Tick, tick, tick.
Yeah, just kudos to Sinead McKeefery, her longtime stylist, who's just, knocked it out of the park with everybody loving what she was wearing on the Traitors. I know Winkle, and I know that Winkle loves wearing black more than anything else. So the fact that Sinead can take her out of her comfort zone, but it just, as you say, it makes her hair, everything, both her hair and the suit are both more striking for the contrast.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Couldn't have said it better myself, so I won't. Catherine Ryan.
Catherine Ryan is just a modern goddess. I do the Lorraine Kelly show, and I've done it quite a few times with Catherine now. So like 7:30 in the morning, she's dressed like that, and it just kind of works. She's just Mrs. Sparkle, and it works.
But to me, she's sort of girl with a pearl earring. She's just got that vibe about her.
Beautiful. This dress is Marchesa, which surprised me.
It's really surprising, and the craftsmanship in this dress is above and beyond, I have to say. I didn't sort of put it down as Marchesa first off. It looks like a full-on couture, which it is, but the craftsmanship, I would encourage you to look at it really closely, because these sort of strands of beads draping around her body are just exquisite.
She looks like a glamorous, expensive candlestick
in
the nicest way.
I have to say, I wouldn't have put the Lulu Guinness bag with it, but she is a comedian.
Yeah,
so
and it's cute.
It's cute, and it's funny, and it just makes her stand out a little bit more from being this golden goddess on the catwalk, on the red carpet even.
Now, Emma Willis, she's another classy bird. She's got her hashtag on Instagram, "What You Wearing, Willis," and I can tell you that is Stella McCartney.
And she has nailed it. I love the clean. I mean, it's sort of what I love the most: clean glam, simplicity. Just the cutting on that dress is flawless, and that color is not my favorite color, but it's so gorgeous on her.
Oh, stunning. She never puts a foot wrong, old Willis.
She doesn't.
Love you, Willis.
Yeah, great. And hats off, Karen Millen dressing Ellie Simmons. Ellie looks so happy in this dress, and it's just great. It's fun and it's very flattering, and it's got that element of just naughtiness with the feathers.
It's simple, but this is exactly the kind of dressing that I like. Just something really classic, but with a tiny twist, with those feathers, the little split up the legs. So
Tiny
because that's
feathers,
it's a lovely
feathers.
form-fitting sheath dress. You still need to be able to sit down, and that split will help you with that.
Yeah.
She is. I've met Ellie a few times. Oh my God, she's just a ball of sunshine. I love her to pieces. So, and she looks great there.
Sunshine and positivity. And actually, I love the fact that she's got this beaming great smile on the red carpet.
Yep, she looks fab.
So often people on the red carpet sort of strike a pose with something a quite stern look.
Because it's not, it's a lot of them feel like it's not cool to be happy to be there.
Yeah.
That's what I used to find at the Glamour Awards. They used to they wanted the award and they wanted to turn up, but they didn't want anyone to think that they were desperate to be there.
And actually, in fairness to them, I have to say it is quite an assault on the senses
Sometimes.
when you've got hundreds of cameras and flash bulbs going
and yelling at you.
Yes, yeah. It's quite a number.
More Marchesa, this time on Eleanor Tomlinson. I'm going to be really honest with you. I've got this image of Marchesa as being a bit Strictly Ballroom cheesy. It's looking really good.
It's looking really sophisticated. Yeah, loving that. Jasmine Johnson in Louis Vuitton.
That's very elegant.
Yeah, really super chic, super chic. And I think the craftsmanship in that dress, not surprisingly, is spot on.
Isn't it great? This used to be the one, the BAFTA TV Awards used to be almost a bit like the Met Gala is now, where everyone's just desperate to get both bum cheeks out and both boobs and get on the sidebar of shame.
Suddenly it's become really quite sophisticated.
Love it.
So chapeau to you girls and boys on the red carpet.
Candice Braithwaite looking gorgeous.
Absolutely. And again, what you were talking about earlier on Ellie Simmons, she's Candice is in Osere. I'm not sure I've said that right. But this gold sheath slip dress with the feathers at the bottom.
Love a feather. I love Hannah Martin's dress.
I love this.
Oh God, time was when my stomach was flat enough to wear it, but not anymore.
I know, I'm missing those moments.
Oh.
But I love this sort of almost tank top with this fantastic, very sort of textured.
It almost looks like reef coral or something. Do you know what I mean?
It's hard to tell. I mean, it's sort of fringy and textured and super cool. And I love the sort of hands in the pockets.
Oh,
love pockets.
And I love that she's barely got any other accessories on. The hair's just pared down. Looks great.
Yeah. Elizabeth Debicki.
Yeah, I didn't love it.
I thought this was quite cool. It has almost like a leather type effect to it. It's custom Armani Privé, and it's a jumpsuit, which I think is quite cool, but very, very wide legged. It sort of looks like a gown.
Yeah, it just wasn't my favorite. It's fine.
Fine.
It's fine.
Some mega jewelry with it.
Ella Eyre, I love that.
Super cool. Yeah, love that. And Maximilian Rayner, all asymmetric, lots of volume. Love that.
It's really cool. And I'm not normally a fan of cutouts, especially for me, but
it looks great on her.
It just still looks really elegant.
Yeah. And the last one in our love list is Laura Jackson.
Can you tell me how to pronounce that designer?
I was hoping you were going to do it.
Huishan Zhang.
Zhang.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
But we love it.
We love it.
Laura
Again,
always looks
feathers.
great.
It's feathers, and we love that texture. Gorgeous, and I love the fact that her hair's just slicked back, and she's letting the feathers do all the texture.
And didn't they have such great luck with the weather? It was a glorious day on Sunday. Yeah.
Should we just move on to a few?
Yeah, just a couple of Yeah.
Alex Scott, Tom Ford.
It's really, I feel like that one's really wearing her.
I do too, and I feel like, Alex, we know you've got a great body, but we don't need to see it every single time on the red carpet.
I don't remember ever. Does she do that?
A lot,
Right.
and I'm getting a bit tired of just all of this bodies on the red carpet. I mean, the Met Gala was just all about nipples and
I just feel
buttocks.
I don't have a problem with the bodycon of it. I just feel like the fabric, it's tending to a bit of lumpiness rather than sort of like sheerly hugging somebody. Yeah.
Elena, bottom Carter.
Listen, I think that dress is actually quite elegant, but I don't know.
The hair could have done with maybe
a
wash.
Yeah, and the sunglasses are that sort of like, I don't want to, I don't care about being here. That's to me. Oh, I don't like Georgia Harrison's.
Goddess exclusive.
Is that what's Goddess exclusive?
Apparently. Yep. Not working. And Leighton Williams, we know you've got great abs, but really, we need to see them again?
I just love Leighton Williams.
He's fabulous.
I just think that kind of, it's a little bit Magic Mike for a red carpet.
It's just a bit
ceremony.
try hard for me.
Yeah.
It really.
And you don't like Davina? I liked Davina.
On a positive note, to end on, Davina, you looked sensational.
Oh, okay. I was really confused by it being here.
I think I think it sort of got added in at the last
I loved
minute.
it. And that skirt is Nadine Marabi, who I have spoken about on this show before, and you've been a little bit skeptical, but it really works with that top by a designer called Nue, N-U-E. So,
and actually, it looks like
an elegant dress.
Yeah. It reminds me of that dress that Julia Roberts wore. It was for the
Oscars.
Yes, it was a vintage Valentino.
That's right. I remember
got that vibe. A sort of simplified version of it. But Davina, you look great. Hope these guys all had a fabulous night. I think they did.
Yeah.
And we look forward to seeing you next Friday on Friday Night Fashion.
Thank you for watching. And tell us if there's anything in particular you want us to tackle in the world of fashion. We're going to go shopping soon. We're going to go holiday shopping. We're going to go all sorts, aren't we?
This is sounding really expensive already.
I'm going to make a man to pay. Yeah. See you next time.
Lots of love.